I'm waiting for my YouTube to pop up, bro.
It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Moore. Let's get this thing started.
Get that, please, should be received.
Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, running back gets the give. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, getting one. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you got to get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game solo for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Back to pass on second down. Got his man. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Here's the handoff. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Defense thinking run all the way, and you can tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's third and short. They run again. You're going to force them to pass the football.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Looks as if BYU will have a first down.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
There's the pressure. Setting up the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Going to swing it on second down. Under fire. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and lift to play another down.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Intercepted in the first drive. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 34.
All right, this defense is just getting ridiculous. First drive, how about this? Tone center. Get an INT, create another turnover. By the way, they had 6 last week. 6 interceptions, picking up right where they left off.
They'll crank up this drive with a pass. Here's a hit. Got the first himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away and you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Hard running there. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Outside the pocket, let's go. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
This quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice the safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down. Because the RPO game has been a problem.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking to throw. That's a 5. Touchdown, Georgia. Quick strike through the air for the score.
This coaching staff is trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in the first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. From the gun, running back on the move. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy game. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell over.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Finds the tight end. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wants. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. First play of the drive, wants to throw.
Oh my God! What is going on? Let me got to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
To the air on second down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. First down and more. They'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marking at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
This quarterback right now is improved, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back to pass. Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Working that left side now. Just what they'd hoped for on third down, as they've got a first at the 32.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime.
Yo!
From the 22 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll haul it in to the end zone.
Yo,
One thing this
kind of game. It's ought to be over. I got you. I mean, everybody be over.
fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. It's been like a launching pad for that UCF offense today. Liftoff and touchdown on just about every series. Here are 14 over Nevada. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Straight through this damn
See
today.
what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. of the gun, the inside give. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He leaves it with his back. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. They'll try to run the chains on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they get it in their own end, turn it over on downs, and
entering settings screen, new menu narration option is set to off. Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration option is set to off selected.
Prepare to get slain. I can't change my quarterback shit.
Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration option is set to off selected. Entering settings, key narration volume set to 100. Menu narration option is set to off.
the other offense is set up.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive, you want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He'll set up the throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there versus 2nd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be feet.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Might be changing the route. Pocket breaking down. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Firing to the right, complete. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. throw on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down. Right before the half, you want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
He wants to change this route. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. With this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Looking for the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead's extended a little far. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. BYU will try to put it deep to start the second half. And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Another look at this Bulldog offense. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection. Turning it on! They stop him just a little too short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Touch pass on the run. Crosses the 40. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line. Because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 or 4, and we are not going to complain.
Nowhere close on that one as he got thrilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. Breaks into the open. Got some room, heading to the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs! And the punishment has been extended.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look shit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right now. You just get that feeling at this point in the game, David. They've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions. Everything can kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. Got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He did not make it a stonewall on third down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. The coverage team was down there to corral it. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. The give to the lone running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He might want another play. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. His defense giving up ground. He's finally knocked down at the 26.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Runs through the tackle. Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job of breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
We reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. I think at this point you might as well try to throw the ball down the field because this dog defense is not giving an inch.
They don't give an inch. They hunt the whole entire game. And they're all highly recruited kids. They're all talented. They're all going to get drafted. But they play for each other. They play with fight. They play with aggression. And that's why you always see them near the top of the defenses in all of college football.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Tries to get it on the ground. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, you got to love what you're seeing from this offense here on this drive so far because 5 straight runs. They ran on 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th down, and they just did it again. So right now, they're trying to be the more physical side.
They'll try the run. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Yeah, this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative. Whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart that because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Bringing the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter. And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. It's a really nice run.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I mean, you just can't teach and coach big D tackles to be that quick. I mean, he shot right out of his stance, beat the offensive lineman, and he was in the backfield before the O-line even knew it.
They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Give to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. They've already put 1 field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. And this one is perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the move kind.
and they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
Bro, you not that good, bro.
14-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Short throw to the sideline, complete. He steps out of bounds with the first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
That's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Oh, he's got a chance. Wide open spaces. And that is how we will wrap this one up.